Welcome and thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this. This short reel is part of my goals and it focuses on 3 simple but powerful areas: emotion, focus, and connection. These are the things that really shape how we work, how we show up, and how we support each other. So let's take a quick look. Let me start with a quick question. How many of you have ever avoided a chart, half listened in a Teams meeting, or ended the day feeling frazzled and not having been very productive at all? The reality is, most of us aren't struggling with time, we're struggling with 3 things: emotion, focus, and connection. So let's start with emotion. Procrastination isn't about time management, it's about how we feel. It's that moment during your shift when you open a tough chart and think, I do not want to do this. So we avoid it. We pick something easier. Of course, we'd never cherry pick, right? Or we switch a task to maybe email, or that might even look like getting up, looking in the fridge, or taking a minute to scroll on social media. But every time we do that, we reinforce that bad habit pattern, and that chart just keeps staring right back at us. But what can we do about it? The shift is simple, but not necessarily easy. One tip is we can acknowledge the emotion and act anyway. It's almost like saying, I hear you, but we're going to start anyway. Or telling your toddler, I know, honey, but this is just what we have to do. Then take one small step. Because momentum, not motivation, is what gets us moving. But even when we start, staying focused is the next challenge. Distractions are everywhere, especially in a remote environment. External distractions like phones, noise, or things happening around us. And internal ones like fatigue, boredom, or mental overload. That's what pulls us off track. The key is building awareness and being intentional about how we respond. A few ways we can do that are write things down to clear our minds and stay present. We can close doors, wear headphones, and keep devices put away when possible. Also, don't overlook the basics, like adequate sleep, stress management, and keeping a consistent schedule with an organized workspace. But even when we're productive and focused, that's still not what keeps people engaged. In a lot of work environments, everyone's busy, but not really connected. And in a remote or independent role, it's easy for that to turn into something more. You look up and realize you haven't heard from or reached out to a coworker in days. No conversations, no check-ins, just moving from one chart to the next. And over time, that can start to feel isolating. Because people don't leave jobs just for better pay. They leave because of how work makes them feel. Do they feel valued? Do they feel supported? And do they feel like their work matters? In a remote world, connection doesn't just happen. We have to create it. And one of the biggest ways we start to build that connection is through how we show up for each other, especially in our day-to-day conversations. Simple things make a big difference. Check in, be present, listen with intention, and sometimes just reach out, because connection doesn't happen by accident. It happens when we choose to create it. So when we bring it all together, emotion is what stops us, focus is what moves us forward, but connection is what makes it meaningful. And when we improve these 3 things, we don't just get more done. We create a place where people want to show up, where they feel supported, where they feel valued, and where their work actually matters. Thanks for watching, and thank you for the work you do every day.